Good morning, everyone. So when I was in fourth grade, my best friend, Katie Blanchard Reed, and I went out to the playground every day, and we had this elaborate imaginary underwater worlds that we played in together every day. And it was mostly on the playground, but I think also it bled into every single aspect of our life. So much so that when I think back on those playground adventures, even to this day, I don't see the playground. I see that imaginary world that we created in our minds together. This went on for a year or two. And so I think about our connection to water. That's what we're talking about this week is our connection to water. Our bodies are about 70% water, and we started from water. And this is we as the collective of humanity, we began in the water and began this evolutionary journey to our humanness today from the water, but also individually. We spend 9 months in the water of our mother's womb. And I so much so we take water for granted. And especially, I think, here in our Western culture in America, most people, not everyone, but most people have access to water with the simple turning on of a tap. And we just take for granted the magic of having this life-giving essential thing at our fingertips at all times. And I think that things have happened over the last few years to kind of wake us up to the amazingness of having water at our fingertips. If we think about the extreme droughts in California over the last few years and how everybody had to save water and be so mindful on the West Coast, and those of us who lived on the East Coast, we thought that it didn't affect us. And yet what we know about the flow of water and the water cycle is that things that are happening across the globe are affecting us, right? We also had the experience or are still having the experience in Flint, Michigan of people not having access to clean water, that the water coming from their taps is actually poisoning them rather than giving them the life that they need. The Fukushima nuclear meltdown that is causing the Pacific Ocean to have radiation in it. And those effects can be seen all the way across the ocean on the coast of North America. And so there are these things that are happening, and I believe that they're happening to wake us up to the importance of the water that is on our planet and the importance of the life that is in the water. In school where we learn that trees are what gives us oxygen, and yet over 80% of the oxygen on our planet actually comes from the algae in the oceans, not from the trees. How amazing is that? And so this resource that we have that we think of, that we don't think of really, especially if we live in the luxury of having a tap that when you turn it on, you can trust that the water in it is clean and drinkable and usable, that this resource is miraculous. And so I invite us today, and for the rest of this week, after you see this video, whenever you're seeing it, so for the rest of your week, I invite you to just awaken yourself to the miracle of the water that is available to you. Awaken yourself to every time you drink a glass of water, feel it entering your body. All of the systems, all of the organs, everything in our body relies on the flow of water in our veins and our organs and our systems. Feel that water literally giving you life as you drink every glass. Be grateful for the fact that you can just go into a shower or a bath and cleanse your body. Think about how your clothes are washed, your dishes are washed. Think about the toilet that flushes down our waste without even thinking about it. That this water of life is so miraculous that it is infused into every single aspect of our life. And it is so infused that we can take it for granted. And so I invite you today to not take it for granted, to think about the miraculousness of having this water available to you. And we're going to talk even more about water and developing ecological consciousness on Sunday, and how we can support our planet and continuing to support us through the waters of life.